Hey, it's a beer video. Yeah, it's still us. It's been a while. How have you been?
Well, a lot has happened. Got a lot of ground to cover, and I just I had to look up when actual sunset is because days are getting shorter. It's reminding me
Yeah.
of winter in Minnesota. I bought like a very, very fancy parka, so I mean it kind of makes me look like a Jawa, but I feel like there's no good way to like you can't look nice and be adequately prepared for winter in Minnesota.
Yeah, I think it's probably most I mean, well, probably Minnesota more than like Pittsburgh, but yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with winter boots too. Like I've just kind of come to terms with the fact they're always going to be horrible looking. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks. I think we took a couple weeks off for like one wrestling event after the other.
Yeah.
I'm peering at the sky because I'm pretty sure it's like dark out. Well, A, the sun's setting, and B, I think it's gonna rain soon. So
Yeah, it's looking like that here too. And it's an hour later here. So that's why I have the light on because I can't use my little studio light because it's gonna be too dark. So we're back in the light once again. But yeah, SummerSlam was a couple weeks ago, and that well, funny enough, not a bad event. Like night one was fine. Night two was really good, but it they pulled out a surprise at the end of that show that a lot of people were not happy about.
oh, yeah.
Me being one of them. Yeah, they brought back sex pest Brock Lesnar. So
Uh-oh. Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah.
I
So
know. I know enough, like, oh, that's bad news. Hold on, I am gonna turn on the overhead light because it's
okay.
kind of dim in here.
It is a little dim. I was gonna say it's you have a little bit more sunlight than I do, but there you
Okay,
go.
go.
There
Um,
you go. Now we can see all of you. I actually have a nice little breeze coming through here because it did thunderstorm a couple times today, and it didn't really knock all the humidity out, but it's not as, disgustingly hot. Yesterday was awful. A real bad heat day yesterday. Everybody felt awful, and um, what can you say? This is summer now.
yeah, it's kind of like how our summer days are constantly plagued by like wildfire smoke from Canada now, so that's cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah.
climate's fine, everybody. Don't Nothing to worry about there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to cover. I don't know if maybe we should cover it afterward. We have to talk about humiliating US soldiers by making them kneel down on a carpet for a fucking dictator from another country to get off a plane. We have a guy getting arrested for throwing a sandwich. I mean, there's a lot of shit going on.
Oh boy, yes. Bless him. Anyway, who's on first?
Well, I had the sticker up that says Helen went first. I think you went first, but I don't know. But I will go first because I'm excited about this beer.
You've been hyping this. Yes.
Yeah,
Let's see it, huh?
not because I think the beer is going to be good, but because I think that I'm excited to see the look on your face. So anyway, today it's an IPA. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's 6% alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Trooper IPA. That's right. Trooper IPA. There you go. There you
Hey.
go. So it's somewhere in time themed. So it's Trooper's Classic 6% IPA. Is packed full of hoppy flavors, created as always by Bruce Dickinson and Rock. Okay, whatever. Um, and we're drinking out of an Iron Maiden glass because we shouldn't put this blame on anybody else.
Goddamn, Bruce.
Yes.
Like,
So I guess this is
thing you did after voting for Brexit was creating these terrible, terrible beers.
yeah, yeah. So we're gonna see what this one's like, and I am not anticipating that it's
Yeah.
gonna be very good.
All right. So I'm hoping for your sake, it's kind of along those lines.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say it was a great red ale. It was just drinkable as opposed to that awful stout and that even worse lager.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find, yeah, here it is. Because this is the I kept these bottles just because I'm an Iron Maiden mark, and I'll do the same for this one. But this is the
Sure.
original Trooper. And this was just what is this? Because I know this one's not an IPA. It just says premium British beer. I don't know what the fuck. So it's just the beer. No, I'm sorry. I know I got a I splashed some of this trooper on my glasses. All right. Anyway, it doesn't smell good, but this is what it looks like. This doesn't smell good. The whole room smells like this now. Yeah,
Oh,
this smells like cheap beer. That is the most muted IPA I've ever had. Um, I'm assuming there are hops in this thing because it's a beer. It's a little bit on the bitter side. There is almost no taste to this, especially for it being an IPA.
I'm pretty sure the British invented the IPA, so that's particularly embarrassing for them.
Yeah, it just tastes like nothing. Um, you could put this, okay, that's not, no, I was gonna say you could put this next to the real American beer and I wouldn't know the difference. That's not true. This has a little bit more taste to it. Whereas the real American was just like, this is water. All you're getting out of this is bitterness. I can't really say anything substantial about the hops because for an IPA, you know,
Yeah,
there's at least a little bit of a pungent contingent to the beer, and this completely lacks all of that. Um, if I would have been blindfolded and had to taste this beer and said, what style of beer do you think this is? I would have said a pale ale. I would have said a slightly, more on the bitter side pale ale. This doesn't taste like an IPA at all.
I think what was it? Weren't basically invented like the very intense hopping was a way to like preserve the beer on like a long ship journey. Am I getting that right? I'm
I have no
wondering
idea.
why they're if that's oh, Matt's yelling at one of the cats. Anyway,
Yeah.
if like I wonder if British IPAs are typically more bitter, but either way, yeah, sounds like a completely half-assed effort, like all of the Trooper beers.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It,
straight up not believe you when you say you're a craft beer enthusiast. Like it's fine. Like the other guys in metal bands can make beer.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
let fucking Austin one make beer. Let
yeah.
who else does?
Dave Mustaine did a better job.
Oh yeah. I am no fan of Megadeth for what I feel like are pretty obvious reasons, but like that
Yeah,
saves the root, incredible. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If Dave Mustaine can get this right, why can't Bruce Dickinson?
Yeah, I think who is it? Dan Lilker's wife, I think, works for McKellar, and he
Yeah,
did a thing. Like, I don't know if he actually like. I don't think there's been like a Dan Lilker banned beer of any kind, or if he works in any official capacity. I do know he poured me some and said nice patch when I had a nuclear assault patch on at the Decibel Fest forever ago, and
wow.
yeah, that was cool. Sorry, I know I've mentioned this before, but that was really neat. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I've met him once and he wasn't nice to me, but I was 16 years old. Um,
I got a bit of a grouch. Like I got that impression. So
oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
we picked up on the mutual grouch vibe.
Yeah. I don't judge him for it. I mean, he was younger too. I was 16. It was right before they were supposed to go on, and he was in a pizza restaurant right next door to the venue, and we said hi to him. He just did not want to be spoken to. So whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I don't hold it against him. Nuclear assault fucking rules. Um, you know. So, but Iron Maiden and Bruce Dickinson, please just stop. I mean, at this
Or
point,
like I don't know. I feel like maybe if Bruce does genuinely have a hand in this, which I kind of doubt, um,
I wonder.
spreading yourself too thin, man. Like I thought like Iron Maiden has put out some relatively solid work in recent years. Like just doing that. Do stick with your fucking fencing and your plane flying and like doing some like decently solid like career work with Iron Maiden. You don't need to make beer. Like, or if you feel like you need to make beer, I am positive there's some Iron Maiden super fan who's like raring to make beers. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this
you
just isn't this. I don't know. I mean, I think
know,
if you're a non-challenging beer drinker and you don't give a shit about like craft beers or whatever, It's still not great. But I feel like that's what they're targeting, is they're targeting a non-ambitious beer drinker. Um,
I'm gonna slander the British a little bit. Uh, I I have been like pretty unimpressed with craft beer offerings I've had from England.
yeah.
Watches this and knows of like a good craft brewer over on that island. Feel free to correct me. It's possible. It's just a lack of experience thing. I
Yeah, we may not have run into it.
oh like I don't know if they're technically considered Abbey ales or whatever. I think they are. But yeah, like I don't know, I've been like deeply underwhelmed. Like, I don't know, man. I just every British craft beer I've had, I'm like, don't know
Yeah.
about
Yeah. I didn't want to call this hot garbage because it's not like I drank it and wanted to puke. So, I mean, it's not that, but it's just, it's not, you can find so many better beers than this. And especially IPAs. You can find so many better IPAs than this.
yeah,
Ones that taste like IPAs, not ones that claim to be one, but whenever you put it in your mouth, it's a different story. But I like the bottle and I like the Summer in Time art. Um, but
times.
that's it.
Hold it.
I will never drink this again.
Why don't you hold that bottle up? I didn't get a
Oh,
good look.
oh, I'm sorry. So
Oh,
that's, oh yeah. So
ah,
that's
probably.
Somewhere in Time, Eddie. Yeah. And then,
If you hadn't reviewed this, I may have thought that thinking like, well, maybe lightning will strike twice.
well, it did strike twice in that that the second trooper is garbage, just like the first. So
Yeah, well, like I said, the red ale was pretty all right.
yeah, it is. Yeah, that's the one they did okay with.
The stout was egregiously bad, and the lager was egregiously bad. And it sounds like the IPA is just kind of between that, like, you know,
It's not offensive, but it's not anything that I would ever want to put in my mouth again.
worse could have been better, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I guess let's move along.
Let's move along.
A lot of words about a nothing beer.
Yeah,
I don't really have much to say about my shirt. I've worn it before. It's my old sister's Mercy shirt. This
yeah,
is dollar bootleg, and it's extremely comfortable. And I'm wearing it because the fabric's relatively thin and it's really hot on this porch. Hopefully, my phone doesn't cook like it did last time.
yeah.
And I
Uh, I'm wearing a sumac shirt. Pretty basic shirt, just kind of like a paint swatch, and it just says Sumac the Healer. There's a thing on the back of it, but we just saw Sumac last Wednesday with Japan, who is a Nepalese grindcore band from New York.
well,
Um,
they're all immigrants, aren't they?
what's up?
They're all Nepali immigrants, right?
Yes, yeah. They were great, and I was having a little bit of a anxiety situation toward the end of their set, and some dude came on and started just skronking on the saxophone, and I was like, "This is not helping at all, at all." But no, they were great. And Sumac was great. Go see Sumac. Go see Japan.
I saw Sumac very, very briefly at Roadburn. It was on a day I think I was just stopping in but between like a whole bunch of sets, and
Yeah,
yeah, they were good. Go see
yeah.
them. Anyway, I've got a mystery beer. Look at that.
Oh,
I think I know which one this is, and I think I may have done it before, but I just picked this because mystery beers are fun.
yeah. And we're
Uh,
doing a mystery beer. We can't look, we don't know what we're getting. So even if it is something we've done before, that's the that's the mystery beer for
oh,
you.
stuff. I like stuff.
That's if Helen can get it open.
Double layer. All right. Yes, it is exactly what I thought it is. It is the Hitachino
Yes.
white ale.
Yes.
Hitachino is a Japanese brewery. I actually don't know if I've done the white ale. I have for sure done was their plum beer, which was their sour plum beer, which is really good.
Yeah, I know you did one of them, but I don't remember myself.
Comes with a bottle opener. I have like several
Oh,
at this point, which is fine. They're always useful. This is going to be useful right here.
it's funny that we both have a bottle this week. That almost never happens.
And this is a sticker for La Doña Cervecería. Anyway, so that is a local brewery run by a Mexican immigrant. I appreciate them for a couple reasons. One is they sell their beers at a quite reasonable price point. I don't think anything's above like 12-ish bucks for a 4 pack of pint
Oh,
cans, and
that's not bad at all.
they're mostly around like 10.
Yeah.
Do a mole stout in the colder months, that's incredible.
I've had a good mole stout before, and I would be ha very happy about that. I also realized my beer opener is a luchador, and I know he's supposed to be putting somebody in a headlock, but it kind of looks like he just has appendicitis.
Oh wait, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use this. This is
Yes.
from Unathletic. For viewers who do not know, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Unathletic is a sportswear company. I have a couple of their rash guards, and one of them is just like goofy side of a van cover art or side of a van art kind of thing of like a samurai, a lion, and a shark. Uh,
Nice.
and one just says all strength, no technique, which is a bit of a jab at myself because, like, I think at my worst, that's basically how I do martial arts.
That's
Okay,
okay.
we're gonna slowly pry this off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sent me this for free when I ordered my last rash guard. So I think the
Nice.
guy selling t-shirts that he screen prints. It is a bit of a tough sell for me now because like they're located in the UK, so shipping's kind
Oh
of
God. Yeah, I tried to buy a shirt from the band Hedonist that I think I mentioned last time, Canadian death metal band, and they just put a long sleeve up, and like for me to buy the long sleeve and have it shipped, it's gonna be almost $60. So I was like, yeah, we can wait on that one.
yeah, I think Matt bought a Ken Mode shirt when we saw them at Roadburn because even though like Canada's next to us, it's still like shipping's still insane,
Oh,
especially tariffs. Haha.
yeah,
Anyway, I like white ales. There's not really any flavor notes or anything on here. I think they just kind of assume you're gonna know what a white ale tastes like.
sure.
And yeah, it's or the one thing it says is ale brewed with spices and juice. So
Hey, hey,
juice.
we didn't say what kind.
On this table, or I think I may have spilled something, so it's like on my arm now. Anyway, I think I remember doing this one because I was like, juice, eh? Just juice, full stop.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're not trying to bog you down with the details. That's a deep drink.
Oh yeah, this is an old pickle jar because
Nice.
um all my nice glassware has yet to be washed and I'm feeling lazy, I guess. Um
That's okay. So, you're getting use out of a jar. I mean, that's what we're supposed to be doing.
anyway, this is quite boldly flavored for a white ale. I really like it. Kind of heavy on the spice, which is like kind of like white ales tend to have like kind of more like a baking spice kind of flavor.
Yeah, yeah. It was kind of come off me like maybe juice wise. Like I always get like some orange and some like
Or
maybe some clove.
like I think maybe the white ale that people may be most familiar with, and it's garbage, but just throw there's shock top. I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Like sad orange juice to me, but
Yeah.
it's got the basic element of the white ale. But yeah, this tastes almost like kind of a spiced honey. Like it's a little heavy for a white ale, I think, but
Huh.
pretty good. Yeah. Like I've had other Hitachino beers that are quite like them. They're just a little pricey, so I don't usually go for them, but
Yeah.
you know, when they're in a mystery pack. And I love their cute little mascot. Look at this little
Yep.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, delicious.
Nice.
Very better than yours, I think.
Oh, without question. In fact, I'm moving mine away from my body right now because it doesn't smell good, and like it's starting to pick up. Like the room is just smelling like I'm at a cheap bar and people have spilled shit on the floor, like bad beer on the floor, and it's sticky and I don't want to be there, and it's humid and wet.
I've mentioned this before, but one of the big breweries around here, Surly,
Yeah.
did a hopped Marzen, which is one of the most disgusting things I've ever drank. Um, so I was describing it to my sister-in-law the other day, like, hey, so imagine if like So like the weed you used to buy in high school, like the
Huh.
ditch weed. So
Yeah.
you could drink that. Oh, it did start raining.
Nice.
Really coming down, damn.
Oh, hopefully it's not. Well, I mean, you're far away from me, so it's not like I'm going to get this, but it was looking dark here, but maybe it was just getting dark because now it is just dark outside. Oh no, heavy rain and a thunderstorm starting in 6 minutes.
Oh wow.
Well, it just changed. Never mind. Rain likely will form in 36 minutes. Okay, not worried about it. We're talking, you know what? I just realized that I brought some stuff up to talk about, but I do want to bring up a completely different topic because we're talking about beer, and I want to know, have you watched the new 14th season of King of the Hill yet?
No, we've had like some weird issues getting Hulu at our house.
Okay.
So I haven't, but I should because I didn't like the later King of the Hill too much. I feel like it fell off, which like I wasn't like super steaming mad about. I think that's kind of natural for any TV show that runs longer than like I don't know
Yeah.
8 seasons.
And plus the
Uh,
amount of episodes they were doing what, like 23 episodes a season, which is a lot.
yeah, yeah. I mean, not every long running show is going to get like later Simpsons levels of bad, but
Right.
a lot of them it's just not going to be as good as it was in the early seasons. And like yeah, seasons like I don't know 2 through 6 of King of the Hill were just incredible TV, and it's hard to match that.
Yeah.
But I have heard that, like, and I've seen some jokes and some clips, and like everything it seems like they did recapture the spirit of it.
I thought it was great. Like I went into it nervous because there's a for the same reasons you cite. Like, it's a show that had a long run and reboots most of the time aren't that successful or aren't that good. But I think it's fantastic. Like I loved all 10 episodes. Not that all 10 were perfect, not by any means, but like they just to update them 20 years in the future. Um,
Yeah, and I
you know,
Bobby being a chef basically,
Bobby the
like
Chef, yeah.
that was perfect for him. Like,
Yes.
and I saw a lot of people clipping that scene where he's like, man, the only people in my phone are like 60-year-old divorced meat suppliers. And like Nat and I both worked in kitchens for a really long time. So we're like, oh God, yeah, like
Yeah.
like I definitely had my meat suppliers number when I was a kitchen manager, and you know, they're really sweet. They used to send me cards.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I was most worried about was Dale's voice, like once they got through the Johnny Hardwick stuff. And
Okay.
the guy who's doing Dale's voice is the one who used to do Chang's voice. I don't tell, I can barely tell the difference. Like he does the voice so well.
You don't know me. I'm unknowable.
Unknowable, that's right. So Dale was right all along. We couldn't know him because,
Okay.
but yeah, I think they've done a really good job.
Dale a QAnon guy.
What's that?
Is Dale a QAnon guy in the new one? Like that was kind of my
So he's not outright called one, but I definitely think that they now are for sure making fun of Alex Jones. I'll say that.
that makes sense. Like, yeah, I've heard like Mike Judge apparently was like, not necessarily friendly with Alex Jones, but it was like how Richard Linklater or Linkletter, I don't
Yeah.
know how I was saying, the famous film director
Yeah, I have the same problem with his name.
guy, but like they, like local Austin arts types for a while with Alex Jones were just like, oh, look at this funny little guy.
That
And
was it.
now
Yeah. Yeah.
obvious, like he's genuinely been very harmful to people. They're like, well, fuck, like,
Yeah.
and they regret like kind of not taking him quite as seriously. So yeah, I can see like how Mike Judge would be like, well, fuck, like maybe I have to show that like I am in fact taking this man like a little more seriously. Well, not like I don't think Mike Judge thinks of himself as like a method or like a message guy.
Yeah.
I think. My somewhat unpopular opinion, I guess, well, not super unpopular. I've heard other people say this is like, I think when his most heavy-handed work, Idiocracy, is also his weakest in a lot of ways. Uh, because like, basically like Idiocracy has some like really great moments and funny bits, but like the whole like, ah ha ha, poor people are so fucking stupid. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And like the one thing I really loved about King of the Hill is like he never treats like even the most over the top goofy characters, he does not treat with contempt.
Yeah.
That whole episode where Peggy like is trying to tell Dale that like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
on him with John Redcorn, but she sees how like sweet and kind Dale is with
With Joseph.
okay, thank you, I
Yeah.
forgot his name.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, yeah, she sees like how happy it makes Dale to like, kind of like be a father to Joseph, even if
Yeah.
like that's obviously not his real dad. And
Yeah.
she,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
There's they really I mean I've always thought well yeah we had a discussion about this Jade and Lex and I and they were talking about just how well Peggy's character's written and I'm like yeah and they just the first two episodes of the season they just nail her so fucking well and I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to ruin the joke but pretty much right away they start making the joke and you will right away catch on. It's very very Peggy. It's very funny.
feelings on Peggy. Well, I guess like how everyone does. Like, yeah, she's smug, she's rude,
Yeah.
kind of, thinks she's smarter than she is. But like, I just rewatched that episode where what's her name? Luann's mom gets
Yeah.
out and like Peggy is so kind to Luann, like when when her mom's treating her like shit. I'm like, I can't hate Peggy after seeing that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think, yeah, it's not necessarily that I think you have to dislike Peggy, but there are things about her that I don't want to say the thing because because they play on a Peggy trait that has been a trait her whole time, but it's in a different lens a little bit. And so when it happens, it's like, oh, fucking, of course, Peggy's like this, you know? Um, but yeah, I think it's really well done. Uh, there is a character that's still alive that shocked the shit out of me. I'm not going to say who that is, but this character resurfaced and I'm like, oh my God, that person's still alive. Yeah, you'll see. Yeah, when you get a chance, watch it. I'm gonna watch it again. I loved it, and I went into it really hesitant and came out very happy. And I'm not gonna upset you on this video because they're downstairs, but they just put out pop vinyls of all four of the guys, and I just bought them, but I will not do that to you. Um, so how long do you think Alaska is gonna have access to their own resources, and or how long do you think it's gonna be until they're Russia's? Because that did not go well.
Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. I want off Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. And the other thing that I swallow bile saying this because we've harped on this guy before on this, but Gavin Newsom's social media team should they're not making enough money. Whatever money they're making now, they need more money
He's
because
Bateman. He's Patrick Bateman. Like, but uh oof,
you okay?
I'm not gonna hand it to him. Like, and it anyone suggests that he should be the 2028 nominee,
No, no, no.
but um like honestly on kind of a very base ugly level, watching him like just be insanely cruel towards the worst people on earth
Yeah,
is satisfying.
it is. And doing it in a way that not only is going to irritate our moronic president, but it also shows people, do you see how stupid this looks? Do you see how stupid he sounds? Like, this sounds so fucking stupid whenever he does this, when he puts out a, not a tweet, whatever it's called on his, whatever social, whatever the hell that thing's called. Just how ridiculous he sounds all the time. And, part of me is just like, how have we not figured this out? Like, how has it taken 10 years for us to figure this out? But, there are people that are under the guise of this idiot, and hopefully we're gonna have people come into their senses a little bit. And this is a good way to be like, this is what it sounds like and looks like. Do you see how stupid this is?
Yeah. So, like if we give Gavin Newsom some throwaway job as like social media czar or whatever,
Yeah.
that's fine. I don't want him anywhere near the levers of actual power. Um,
No. That's what I mean. Like, I wouldn't vote for him in a primary. No way.
Jesus Christ, no.
Yeah. I mean, again, I give him credit for stepping up right now, but we also can't forget some of the dumb shit he's done earlier in this year, like some of the people he's had on his podcast and some of that shit. And I don't forget that stuff.
There's this photos of him clearing a homeless encampment. It's like,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I lived right by homeless encampments. Like,
Hmm.
I maybe sometimes get a little precious about how, like, sometimes it does kind of suck living next to a bunch of people in like active addiction.
Yeah,
But I've also seen how like sweeps of homeless encampments, like Newsom did a photo op with, accomplished fucking nothing besides like
yeah.
cutting
Hurting
people off
people.
and making them just kind of go somewhere else.
Yeah,
So
yep. It sucks. Yeah.
yeah,
And the bad thing now about this whole home, with the being homeless being illegal or whatever the fuck they're trying to do, is that they're not trying to find a better option for these people. They're going to be in a fucking camp.
yeah, I know. It's like it maddens me immensely. This is a huge problem actually, and this is going to be a niche internet beef, but like with every local subreddit, like everyone's just like, well, sweeps like they solve the immediate problems. Like, no, they don't actually. They don't. They
No,
just and like, I know like you want to look like you're hard on the internet, but like really housing first is the model that's been proven to be like most effective in the long term. Even if
yeah,
and look, I get being frustrated with addicts. Like I've had like former friends
sure, sure, sure.
as like dealing with addict shit is so frustrating.
Yeah,
Like I get it. I really do, but like you don't have to like or be friends with like people in encampments or whatever who are struggling with drug addiction to realize that like sweeps don't affect, like, even if you don't give a shit about them as people, like sweeps don't do anything.
no,
Like they make it someone else's problem, I guess. Like
yeah,
all like and you know, yeah, it's like how is someone supposed to like turn their life around and get into treatment when like they don't have a permanent address? Like,
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
come on.
yeah. Yeah, it's more of like out of sight, out of mind with these people instead of like trying to help them with their lives,
Yeah, exactly.
you know. And the fact that so many of the people that are pushing these programs are, calling themselves Christians and talking about Jesus and all this stuff. It's like this is all performative because none of the shit you're doing, you don't understand the main character of your book because
No.
he wouldn't have done this stuff. In fact, did
There's
the opposite.
a little anecdote for you actually. So there's a big Catholic church, the St. Peter's. There's a basilica here anyway.
Yeah,
Like, and they have a piece of public art out front on their bench, which is a statue of Jesus as a homeless man. So it's like a human figure lying down, wrapped in a blanket, like
yeah,
trying to warm, but you can see his like feet with the nail holes poking out.
yeah.
Guess if like that and that statue has had the cops called on it multiple times. Like, I would hope that some of those were just like a welfare check, but like,
Sure, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, there's a guy around here who I have seen sleeping behind the Dollar General up here, and then I there's a little part of the woods cut out where I've seen him sleeping, and I'm just like when I see him, I'm just like I am just looking at him to make sure he's breathing. And if he is, and he seems, I'm like, okay, he's just sleeping. He's not bothering me. He's not bothering anybody. I feel terrible that this person has to sleep outside. Um, I don't know. I guess compassion's a fucking fucked up thing, but it just, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And it's like, even if you find it inconceivable to have any compassion for the homeless, like even accepting that, like, yeah, maybe some people are unhoused because they just kind of pushed everyone in their life away.
Yeah,
I'm kind of reflecting on my ex-boyfriend a bit.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. For those of you viewing at home,
yeah.
Brian got this a bit. Um, I have an ex-boyfriend who got really heavily into drug addiction. He was actually unhoused in Grants Pass for a while, and I believe like his erratic and frankly dangerous behavior, I'm talking like firing a rifle in a public park and
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
was maybe I think it was used in that like Grants Pass case uh,
Oh, yeah,
court. So it's like, like I every case of homelessness is unique, I think. Like in the
sure.
factors. Yes, some people are because they pushed everyone in their life away and they genuinely are unhinged. But like even then, it's like what is going to be solved by like just kind of pushing this guy out in the streets, and just
Yeah,
around from place to place. What this guy needs is fucking meds,
yeah,
like meds and addiction treatment. And
yeah,
like, I think he's a real piece of shit, but like I don't want anyone like that to be that tormented by addiction and by their own brain. Like
yeah.
no one deserves that.
No, not at all. We're almost out of time based on our time. I wanted to say this real fast. I don't remember if I said anything to you about this, Helen. I think I did, but I may not have. I just wanted to take a moment to remember a friend of mine, Andy Stoll. He passed away at the end of July. He was 59. Unexpectedly. Unfortunately, this is funny because it's Andy, and we kind of our group laughed about it. But one of the last things he wrote on Facebook was, "I've now seen the Fantastic Four, so I can finally die." And then
Oh,
he did, and it was like it was so Andy. Um, but just like a really good dude, a good friend. Would always see him at wrestling shows. Taught me a lot about, Japanese wrestling, stuff like that. Bought me a Stardom shirt in New York whenever he was there a couple years ago. Um, he worked for a local ticketing agency, so he would send me messages on Facebook like months in advance saying like, "Hey, this band is coming," like would always just send these weird wrestling anecdotes to me. And so I, you know, probably didn't take that to heart as much as I should have when he was alive, but I miss it now and just miss the dude. He was always a good just guy would pop up with fun shit and was a good friend. And so anyway, I'm not gonna drink this beer to Andy because I don't want to disrespect him, but I think he'd laugh at that. So anyway, rest in power, Andy, and we're gonna miss you. So
yeah.
yeah, go ahead. We're under 30 seconds, so we gotta do it fast.
All right. Well, R.I.P. Andy. R.I.P. Dude from Cobalt. That band was really good. I was sorry to hear of his passing.
Yeah.
You know what? Everyone drink beer, hug your friends.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's been it. That's been Beer Video, and we will see you next week.